the involvement of Turkey is a good thing at this point in time, even for Turkey itself? Will this not be a very costly initiative to undertake? Why not hand it over to A, the United Nations, or B, the Syrian government itself in conjunction with the Russians? We know that Erdogan is going to be traveling to Russia soon too. I imagine that'll be proposed to him.
If you want something done right, you have to do it yourself, and you can't outsource your own national security to someone else right now. And also, Turkey is the only guarantor of the Syrian opposition. Nobody's talking about the Syrian opposition anymore. People are already moving to normalize relations with Assad, which is way too soon. You can't normalize relations with Assad and then expect a positive political solution, because he's going to have all the power in his hands. And the only thing that's going to happen is we're going to go back to a pre-2011 situation. If everything was okay before 2011, the last 8 years wouldn't have happened. Now, one of the major things Turkey wants to do is resettle these Syrian opposition and Syrian refugee into these areas once again, so they can come back home and they actually have some type of bargaining chip at the table when a political solution is being granted and being met. So this is very, very important. Turkey's national security is very important. Now, some people say it's border operations helpful. They are helpful. In the period after the political peace initiative between Turkey and the PKK, when it failed, there was an approximate 2.2 PKK attacks per day inside Turkey. After Operation Euphrates Shield, which mainly targeted Daesh, but also targeted PKK and YPG activities, that number dropped down to 1.09. After Operation Olive Branch, that number dropped down to 0.25 attacks per day, a 90% decline in terrorism. Now, this is a direct correlation between Turkey's operations against the YPG and a declining per day attack by the PKK inside Turkey. And as long as this data backs up what the Turkish government is trying to do, they feel very confident that they're doing the right thing.